Hey there, have you ever felt overwhelmed by complicated chords and chord progressions or tricky technical strumming patterns? Well, you're not alone, and for many older beginners, this is something that can get in the way of improving. And I've seen it many times in Facebook groups or guitar groups, and people saying, hey, I'm a 63-year-old learner, but what the hell does all this mean? Well, we're going to keep this simple today, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to play the Beatles 1966 classic Eleanor Rigby from their great Revolver album. Now, there's not going to be any technical jargon, any complicated patterns or anything like that. It's going to be pretty straightforward, and I just want to help you get back into playing or help you get started playing. Oh, and here's one little secret. I've got a kind of color-coded set of the lyrics that's going to help you know when to change kind of this hand here. So let's get started. I hope you've got your guitar. Let's go. You've got this. Okay, so if you're here, you know Eleanor Rigby, right? And you're probably thinking, hang on a sec, there's no guitars in this, it's all strings. Well, here are your strings. And what do we need to play this song? Well, you need this here and this. That's it, just first finger, second finger and your thumb, and obviously enthusiasm to learn. So let's begin, right? And we're going to take this finger here, this is your second finger, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take this finger and we're going to put it here. This is the fourth string here, and known as the D string, and we're going to put it on this second metal bar here, just like that there. When you put it there, just put it behind the fret. Don't put it on the fret, just slightly behind. Okay, now take your thumb and just put it on that fourth string and slide it all the way down here. Here we go. That's it. And then put your hand like that there. So this is where we're going to play this from. We're going to play this string, and this string, and this string. 4 strings. All right. And so from the fourth string down like that. And as you can see, I've got my hand in this position here. This kind of helps me to keep steady when I'm just using my thumb. And so what we're going to do is just like this, just like that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope you're joining in right now with your guitar, just playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that this part of the hand is holding pretty steady. It's keeping me close to the guitar and the guitar body. And this rhythm is just down all the time. And remember to keep it steady. Don't speed up, don't slow down, nothing. Now, this second finger that we've got here is going to be on the guitar for the whole time. Okay, it's never going to come off. You're always going to keep it in place. So get used to that. And the thing is, if you're kind of returning to playing or you're just starting out, it will actually sting after a while, but that will go away if you keep practicing. Now, I said you need 2 fingers. The other finger you need is your first finger. And where we're going to put it is on the first metal bar here of the second string. So the strings go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the second string. Okay, and it's always, as always, it's just behind the metal bars, not on the metal bar, but just behind. Okay, that's the other finger you're going to need. And so as I said, this finger is always going to be on the guitar, all right, always going to be here. And every now and then you're going to need to put this first finger on or take it off. On, off. And again, so if you get your thumb, put it on the fourth string, move it all the way down, get your hand like that, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear a difference in the sound that first finger makes. And you keep that thumb going. And it's the same 4 strings that you're playing with that thumb. Okay, so I said at the beginning of this tutorial that I've got some color-coded lyrics, and to help you with this song, and especially to help you with this hand here. Now, here they are on the screen, and as you can see, you've got red and blue, right? Red and blue, color coordinated lyrics here. And so if you see anything in red, you're going to play this first chord, this one finger chord with the second finger. That's for the red. And when you see blue, that's when you play the second chord shape when you add that first finger. All right. Now, if it's underlined, that means that's when you play that chord. So when you see, for example, Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has. Now you see the word been is underlined. That's where you press down or with the first finger on that second string here. Where a wedding has been, lives in a, and then you see dream is in red, so we take off that first finger and we're back to that original chord, okay, with just the one finger. So as I said, if anything is in red, play the first chord that we looked at. If anything's in blue, you'll play the second. Wherever there's an underline, that's when the actual change happens. And here's a quick question for you. Why do you think I used the colours red and blue? Any ideas? You'll know if you're a Beatles fan. Now, if you want to know the names of the chords and anything technical, wait till the end and I'll explain a few things. Now, obviously, playing this song would be a lot easier if you know it really well, because if you know where the word been is, then you'll recognise exactly when to put that finger on. Okay, that usually when you learn a song, it's always better to learn a song you know really well. It makes it easier to know when this hand has to change. And so remember, all we're using first and second fingers, or thumb, and thumb. And of course, if you're left-handed, you'll do it this way, just like that. So we're starting just on the verses because I think it's a little bit easier. And let's just have a little playthrough of this verse. So put your finger there. Remember, it goes here on that metal bar, fourth string, just behind the metal bar of the fourth string. Then you can put your thumb there and move it all the way down to help you know where to start playing with the thumb. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? So that's the first verse. In fact, that's all the verses. So anytime you play a verse, it's going to be just like that. Obviously, the lyrics will change, but you'll be playing pretty much the same thing. And as I said, you'll change every now and then with this by adding the first finger, but your thumb will just be doing the same rhythm all the way. Now let's look at the second part, the All the Lonely People. Now on the record, it's a little bit more complicated, but all we need is just that red chord, all right, with that second finger. And obviously there's a bit of a change there on the do they all come and do they all. So let's have a crack at this, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? So just that. Let's try putting that verse and that second section together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? So here it would go back to the second verse, but we're going to skip that and go straight into the chorus, which is also the intro to the song. So we've got this second finger on, but now as you can see, the R, look at all the lonely people, starts in blue, so we're going to add that first finger. Okay, here we go. And so R, look at all the lonely people. People is in red, so we're going to take off and just be left with that second finger. And that repeats. So let's give that a go. So if you've got that there, now put that first finger on, and then we're ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Okay, that's how it sounds. Now let's have another go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ba 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 ba. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ba 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 ba. Or something like that with the strings. So let's have a go at that verse, second section and the chorus. And we'll just play those 3 parts of the song. Now if you want to play the whole song, if you want a copy of the colour-coded lyrics, then check out down below in the description, email me and I'll send it to you. And that, as I said, the description is just under the like and subscribe button. Right, so the red chord. Second finger, start down here with the thumb. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. How was that? Let me know down below in the comments. So what are we actually playing? What are these 2 chords? Well, we've kind of kept it very simple. And this red chord here is a very basic version of the E minor chord. And the blue chord is a very basic version of the C major chord. Now you can extend them, you can make them proper chords if you like. And if you want to do that, I've got links below to full tutorials for the complete chord. And as for the thumb, what the thumb is doing is just a very basic down strumming pattern. That's all it is, nothing else. And sometimes I often find myself playing like this with my hand kind of curled, my fingers curled up, or sometimes I do it like this. But I think I started by doing it like this, having my fingers pressing against the body of the guitar. It just helped me control exactly where I was playing. And also these metal bars here, I mentioned a couple of times, these are called frets. And what we're doing is fretting or fingering a chord. I don't think this is the easiest song by the Beatles. It certainly is very easy if you're just playing it like that. Although when you're playing it like that, I don't know if you can see, but you know, you get those kind of grooves in your fingers, and I've got some pretty good grooves in my second finger and a bit in my first finger. It's looking pretty good, but that's kind of normal. And the pain that you're feeling will actually go away and as you play more and more. As I said, I don't think this is the easiest Beatles song. I think the easiest Beatles song is this one here. Just using the blue chord, the C chord, and it goes like this. Turn off your mind, relax and float downstream. It is not dying,